Mr. Shannon, how are you doing?
How's it going?
Good. Mr. Cassidy, nice to meet you.
Very nice meeting you.
So what's going on?
Well, I got kind of an interesting story that might be relevant to helping you help me.
Okay.
Today is the first day in probably 4 years that I've actually been outside my house.
Really?
Yeah, I was a complete recluse for a very long time. And 258 days ago today, I had made a thread on the bodybuilding.com forum. It was just kind of like a joke thread, like, yeah, ask the fattest guy here. And it ended up being a thread that, I got a lot of support and encouragement. I started dieting. I cut my calories down to between 1,500 and 2,300 every day since then.
Okay.
And now work out 7 days a week, stuff like that.
Okay.
And everything's going good. I'm down 121 pounds.
Great.
So I was pushing 700 pounds when I hit my rock bottom there. And, I'm trying to increase my workout, and I'm trying to lose, as much weight as I can. I want to keep this going, but I've got a couple medical issues that are holding me back.
Okay.
One of them is, I'm not sure exactly what it is, but this leg is about double the size of my left leg.
Yeah.
If you see here. I'm not sure if that's lymphedema or what that is.
That's what it looks like. It looks like kind of some chronic lymphedema. Have you ever been to see anybody for it?
No. In fact, this is the first time I've even seen a doctor in about a decade, actually.
Really?
So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And the other problem, which is equally as hampering, is on this leg I have a 12.6 pound, lipoma. It's a very huge growth on there. It's weighing down my leg. It's making my movement extremely difficult.
Okay.
It's the only thing really hampering my endurance right now with, pushing my workouts further.
Okay.
It's keeping me out of the gym too. I'd like to, maybe get to the gym sometime this spring if possible.
Okay.
But yeah, that's been, kind of holding me back.
Okay. Have you, obviously you haven't looked into bariatric surgery because you've been doing well on your own.
Right.
Okay. That is very interesting. And when did you seem to gain all this weight?
It started in 2006.
Okay.
I started getting into online gaming a lot. You might have heard of some like World of Warcraft, stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And ended up kind of just isolating myself from my friends. I still went out, but it was less and less, decreasing until eventually around, maybe 2008, 2009, I just stopped going out completely.
Really?
And then past 4 years, like I said, I haven't been out of the house once, not even to the store or anything like that. My mom did pretty much all my, shopping and stuff for me.
Wow.
Or I would shop online. It was a big step to,
I
come in here.
could imagine. I mean, that must be like, wow.
Oh yeah.
Waking up from a long hibernation or something.
It really is. Especially coming out and seeing a lot of snow. I was like, most snow I've ever seen in my life.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, let's just kind of go over the rest of your history. Okay.
Also of note, I've been documenting all the food that I've been eating. I don't know if you've heard of the app called MyFitnessPal. Oh, okay. It's just where you can track your dieting and your weight loss and stuff like that. And I actually started a website too to kind of blog about the experience of losing so much weight, because it's not. I was in like the top probably 1% of people weights.
Yeah.
So I started a website, witnesstochange.com, where I just have been documenting, all the food that I'm eating, the exercise that I'm doing. I've got one of these Fitbit Flex things that kind of record the steps and stuff like that. And I've been trying to, keep an eye on this and do it as, safe as I could. But that's another reason I came in for, see you, because I wanted to see, what my limits would be, if I'd be able to, get to the gym and start doing some, more intensive workouts.
Sure.
Also, I want to, see if my heart's healthy enough to where I could, use supplements and stuff like that just while working out to, help keep my energy up and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, we'll get to that later. Okay. Now it says that you were diagnosed with ADD. Are you taking any medications for that?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Do you still feel as though that you have problems staying on task? And
always, every single day. I can't tell you how many times I'll be doing something, I'll have it in mind that I have to do, and then I'll just get distracted by the easiest thing. Just like I'll, start searching for something on Wikipedia, and before I know it, I completely forgot about what I was doing.
Really?
That's also, I have on my chart that I take 6 sleeping pills a night, and I've had insomnia for a really long time. And the main reason for that is because I can't, stop my thoughts enough to actually like focus on sleeping, and my mind will just race without them.
Really?
I've tried, getting off of them a couple times, and I'll stay up for days without them. I just can't keep my mind from racing.
Okay, okay. Okay. Now, it says you had surgery on several fingers.
Right.
What happened?
These two. I was riding a bike. I was 5 years old. Was riding a bike. It still had training wheels on it, and it was through an area that was like a junkyard, and I fell on there's an open paint can top, and the paint can top severed both fingers when I fell on it.
So completely severed?
Completely severed the one, and this one was partially severed.
Okay. Okay, so partially severed. Wow. Okay. Okay, no other hospitalizations for anything?
Nope.
Okay, good. All right. And you're taking decongestants and Benadryl.
Right.
Now, the Benadryl, I would be a little bit, now that's what you're taking for sleep?
It's actually Unisum, but yeah,
Okay.
same thing, those little blue gel tabs.
Yeah, that might be a tad much.
Yeah, I've been taking 6 every day for the past maybe 5 years.
Okay, because that can definitely jack up your blood pressure.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and you're allergic to sea chlor.
Right.
And shellfish.
Right.
Okay. All right. Medium salt intake. That. Okay. And you drink, do you drink any soda at all?
No, just water.
Good for you. All right. What are you doing in terms of your exercise regimen?
Well, I do both. I have a little, weight set, and every single day walk. At least I try and get 4,500 steps in. That's my target right now.
Okay.
And I walk every night between 7 and 9, and just kind of, it's too cold to go outside, and obviously I was a recluse, so I just walk around my house, but I just do laps around my house, and
that must be a lot of laps.
Oh yeah.
You must know every nook and cranny of that house by now.
Definitely.
Okay. And never smoked?
Nope.
Okay. And, all right. Okay. Thought about hurting yourself?
Yeah, that was that was before I did this when I was at rock bottom. I mean, I had a lot of, suicidal thoughts and stuff like that. I was deeply depressed when I was at my rock bottom, which, it's going to come with being a recluse for that long.
Yeah. Yeah, cutting yourself off from everybody.
Right.
Trouble sleeping, yes. Okay, good. Okay. Okay. And tree bark skin on the leg. There's actually a name for that, and it's called elephantiasis. It's not the same thing as the parasite, but basically what it is it's a thickening of the skin in response to the chronic edema.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Quite a few.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, because that didn't just spring up overnight.
Right.
Okay, let's take a look and listen here. All right. Yeah, a lot of earwax too.
Oh yeah.
Now, you don't use Q-tips at all, do you?
No, I haven't.
Okay, good. Do you shower every day or bathe?
Yeah, and up until a month ago, I was unable to even fit in my own shower. It's just recently I've lost enough weight to finally do that.
Okay.
So my hygiene's coming back slowly, but it's going to take a while before I'm back to normal, because it had been years before I had been able to. So,
That I tell you, I admire you. That's a huge. That is a huge step.
Oh yeah, I had a lot of encouragement.
I can imagine. Okay. Okay, go ahead and take your glasses off for just a second. Okay, look straight at my nose. Good. Okay, good. Go ahead and follow the light with your eyes. Good. good. Were you sucking on something recently? It looks like you got a little coating on the tongue.
Oh, no, I have dry mouth, I guess, but
Okay.
that's about it. I also have a whitehead that just recently appeared on my tongue about a week ago, and that has
Okay.
not gone away. I haven't played with it or anything. I've been avoiding touching it, but
Okay. Yeah, maybe sometimes those are due to viruses, and they will eventually go away. The other thing that you can do is you can try alum, believe it or not. It's a spice that they carry in the grocery store that they use for pickling. And you sit there and you take a Q-tip, wet it down, stick it in the alum, stick it right on the thing, and overnight it seems to just dry those things right up.
oh, that'd be great.
Tastes like crap, but otherwise works pretty well.
Yeah, nice
Go and
straight
take a
up.
deep breath. And out. Good. Deep breath. And out. Deep breath. Okay. Deep breath. Good. Okay. All right. Okay. Good. Okay. All right. Now, let's check out those legs. Do they weep at all?
It does, if I get a cut, I had a cut on actually my left leg maybe 2 weeks ago, and it bleeded a ton, like a lot.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see that lipoma on the other one.
Yeah, that is, I don't think I can get my pants off.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
The real thing.
Yeah. Holy moly.
Yeah, that's really, really hard for my mobility.
We gotta get you in to see somebody, my friend.
Yeah, how would that be taken care of traditionally?
Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get you a referral. I'm going to see if the same guy can do it. Now, this may be a plastics issue. This may be a issue where we need to, that's going to be a little, I don't want to say tricky, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to see about setting you up with a vascular surgeon.
Okay.
And the reason for that is that lipoma may have some blood flow going in there. So they're going to want to know about that and everything before they, just sit there and simply lop it off. They're going to want to make sure it's not going to be a bleeding risk. The other thing is the guy who I'm going to refer you to is also, he deals with lymphedema. He has a lymphedema clinic, and so he can help treat the swelling in the legs.
Okay.
Typically what it involves is ACE wraps from the foot all the way up the thigh, and you keep them on there for a long, pretty much about a week at a time.
Okay.
And the idea is that constant compression will help. I think, though, at some point, if we can get the skin to go down, and obviously you're losing so much weight, at some point, I think if it continues, we're probably going to need a plastics referral to get rid of some of that excess skin.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have that all over. I'm already starting to get loose skin.
Yeah. Okay.
But this will always be something I have to treat, right? There's no actual cure for that, correct?
Well, there is, and I'm going to kind of defer that one to him. A lot of times what they'll do is they can put people on water pills and things like that to help them lose some of the swelling. The problem is it's not like something like congestive heart failure where you just sit there and give people diuretics and eventually the fluid leaves their lungs and things like that.
Right.
This is going to be more kind of chronic, but you can still treat it to some degree with diuretics. I wanted to see what your blood pressure was today. 138 over 82. Okay. All right. So that's okay. That's pretty close to normal. So we have to be a little cautious with giving you water pills because
right.
Water pills can push you into dehydration, fairly soon. But I think the other thing too is we need to see about trying to find an alternative to the Benadryl see about getting you tested for the ADD on the next visit. We'll have you come in. But I'm going to see about getting you set up with a vascular surgeon. And like I said, he typically will wrap the legs and see you every few weeks. But the other reason I want him to see, it's more than just the lymphedema. It's getting rid of that lipoma, or I don't know if it's actually a lipoma, or if that's just an area where the edema may have kind of localized, and unfortunately, gravity has kind of pulled it down too. Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be the biggest help, 'cause, man, that thing is heavy.
It's got to be uncomfortable. It's got to be really uncomfortable. I mean, just walking has got to be a challenge.
I was surprised when I thought it was only 12.6 pounds. I was thinking it was closer to 20 or 30, just because of how it feels when walking.
Yeah. Holy moly. Okay. All right. So. So the nasal spray. Let's see. Hold on one second. I'm going to see if I can get a copy of the test here. I'll be right back.
Excellent. Thank you.
Are you staying on task? No, I'm just kidding. You need an eye doctor referral as well?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Reads like a book on me almost.
You've never had any chest pain, shortness of breath, anything like that?
I don't know if I would call it shortness of breath, but every once in a while, it's pretty rare, but it only happens maybe once a day. I'll get it feels like my heart's like skipping a beat. Like I'll have a quick short breath, then I'll concentrate, and I'll just concentrate on breathing, and it goes away. I don't know what that would be, but.
But it's happening on a daily basis?
Yeah, it does happen.
Okay. Well, I'll have Heather get a EKG on you then before you go.
Okay.
And we'll see what that shows. And if the EKG looks okay, attentively you can increase your physical activity as you tolerate it.
Excellent. That's what I like to hear.
Because at 27, to be honest, I mean, and we're going to get some, I don't know if she got any blood work on you at all, but we're going to get some baseline labs. We'll check your cholesterol and a few other things.
And when I did see a doctor last time, which was a long time ago, I had both high blood pressure and high cholesterol. Okay. And I was only in the 400 pounds then, so
okay.
It's not changed a lot.
Did you eat lately?
Today I ate at maybe 9 a.m. I haven't eaten since.
Okay. All right. So we'll see about trying to get a fasting lipid panel then. Okay. All right. I was going to say, now
Someone for schooling and stuff, I just answered how it was when I was in school, because I did a lot of, disciplinary problems I was
Mm-hmm. Did you have disciplinary problems in school?
Oh yeah, lots. It was marvelous I even graduated, honestly.
I take it you had problems finishing homework?
Oh yeah, that too.
Have they ever discussed trying, starting you on Ritalin or Adderall or something like that?
I was on Adderall, I want to say maybe 10 years ago. I also was on Ritalin when I was younger, briefly.
And did they seem to work? Did
Oh,
your
yeah.
focus improve?
It definitely worked, but after a while, like maybe a month or so, it just wasn't even working anymore. It just kind of.
Really?
I was on a small dose. I was only on. I weighed a lot. I've always been heavy,
Mm-hmm.
and I was taking I think 20 milligrams, and they worked real good at first. When I was taking some college classes, and
Mhm.
you know, I aced subjects I was never ever able to do good for, like math and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And then you know, it just kind of stopped working after a while. And after that, I lost my insurance. I was on Medicaid. I was on Medicaid, and then I passed the barriers where I could have it, and
Right.
hadn't had insurance since. So
Okay,
just
okay.
kinda stopped pursuing that.
Okay, all right. Well, would you like to see about trying that again?
Yeah, it could be covered by my health insurance.
I think it will, and we'll see what we can do. You know, obviously, this is not gonna be a quick fix.
Right.
We're in this for the long haul,
Yeah, it's fine.
and,
You know, right now I have no school, I have no work or anything right now, because, you know, it's been a long time since I've been to community, so.
I can imagine, like I said, it must be quite an awakening almost.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and, okay, so we'll get the EKG here. All right, so hold on 1 minute. We'll get the EKG, have the blood work, and hopefully we'll have an answer for you regarding the vascular surgeon, okay?
Excellent, thank you.
All right, and I'll get the prescription for the other stuff here.
Oh, yeah, and the recommendation for the eye doctor?
Yeah, let me get that one too,
Excellent.
okay?